Yo, what is up? We are in Pilsen and I'm in the IS-3A again, and this is a tier 9 matchup, and immediately looking at the opposite enemy tanks, we have the 50 TP and the Pilsen T34, a lot of heavy tanks. I decide to switch to full heats. Now I'm not sure if this tank can do half heats and half APCR standard shells, I'm not sure, so I decided to just go with the full heats. Now in case you didn't know, this is Pilsen 1.3, which means there are some additional changes, and I'm going to show you these changes right here. The first change is this house right here in front of me, slightly to my left. This house and this mound here, it is slightly undulated. There is a little dip and there is a little like mound here where the beginning of the tracks are, and what it does is going to provide you a little bit of protection when you cross in and get into the factory area. It used to be a nice sniping area for a lot of tanks. Now I'm going to take up the forward position and try to be aggressive as I can, because I am a heavy tank, and I'm a bit familiar with this map now that it's been updated, so I'm going to try and take this position. Now I know that's the new mound over there on the enemy side. That's a new pile of rubble, which means anything there is useless to shoot at, especially if they can hull down or side scrape. As you can see, I tried to take a shot at the cupola. Whoops! He didn't pen me. I was quite lucky. That was the 50 TP. Now in case you don't know what the 50 TP is, that is a tier 9 Polish heavy tank. That is 590 alpha damage that I just dodged. So I need to be really careful from now onwards, because you do not want to be hit by a 50 TP. And if you are driving a 50 TP, you need to make your shells count. So whatever your first shot is, I would normally play with the heat shells in the 50 TP. There you go, one shot tracked him. Second shot, I managed to hit his driver's hatch, the center part of his upper plate, I guess. Now it's very, the third one I was just speculating, but it didn't work out. I want to fully reload so that I can shoot him more than once when I get around to him. Now I am paying attention to him because the only time I'm going to poke out and try and shoot him is when he has shot. Because 590 is no joke to play around with. So you do not want to, it looks like he shot there, but I wasn't sure, so I wasn't really brave enough. Now, hats off to this Pilsen, that is a Mouse Chen that's with me. He's being a real boss, and he's having my back right there. Not only is he looking on this side, the left side, he's also looking on the right side, which is behind me. And really, without him, I don't think I would be very successful. Again, I get this opportunity to shoot him there again. Now, the reason why I'm doing this with the full heats is because I knew I was going to come up with the Mouse Chens, 50 TP, T34, you know, all the heavy tanks are going to be up on this side. So I wanted to do this with the heat rounds that has 270 pen, compared to the standard AP, although it was APCR standard shells, it's only 221 penetration. So I felt that I needed the extra penetration to get me through this game, and sure enough, it is working out well. Obviously, a lot is being compared about this tank and how the Defender is going to be like. This thing is nothing like the Defender. The Defender is more, you know what, the Defender looks a lot more balanced now in 1.3 than it does when it was first released. When it was first released, it was OP as hell. Yes, it is still in some ways kind of OP, you know, in many ways, because it has incredible armor. It has a shitty gun, but if he's bearing down on you face to face, shooting you in the face, he's a very formidable customer, and he does 440 alpha as well. So the Defender is still very formidable, but now that the IS-3A is here in 1.3, it is a whole new different ball game. You don't have as great armor as you do in the Defender, but you can try 3 times. There is no downside in shooting all your emptying your clip in this tank, because the quicker you empty it, the faster it reloads. Because the first shell is going to reload just under 10 seconds. Now I realized that heats cannot go through the mantlet of the mouse chin, so my bad there. I was just trying it out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing because I thought I could pen his face with the heat shells, but I guess you can't. But I just wanted to try it out and see if I could. But anyway, too bad. So I didn't notice this in this mod pack. I'm using a different one, by the way. But we were down on HP a lot during this game, and looks like they're rushing us, which is the right thing to do because they had the advantage. But we have the mouse chin here. He's watching my back, so I'm gonna go and see if I can do some damage on these guys. One there. I tried to get his cupola there, but then I don't know if I hit this dead tank's barrel or something. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have one shell ready, so I think if I can shoot this guy, I will try to do it. I have a little bit off his side, so there I did shoot him, and now I'm gonna duck back into safety and let the mouse chin take care of it. I've lost a little bit of HP, but they were rushing in. You had to do what you had to do. There you go. That's that mouse chin again. He's giving me his very tiny lower plate, so I'm gonna take it. Now I want to get more than 2 shells into my container because I was thinking of driving across and shooting this guy in the butt, the T-34. Now this tank in front of me, the Lowy. Is it the Lowy that's in front of me? Yeah, it's the Lowy. I signaled to him earlier on to make sure he fell back and stayed alive because I really needed him to watch this guy in case he tried anything funny. Besides, this guy was a good player. I think I just saw a glimpse of his 3 marks of excellence on his barrel, which means he is no slouch in that tank. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now I have 1 in the shell. I want to load 1 more, but I saw him fire, so I'm going to shoot him anyway, and then I'm going to pull back, anticipating that he's going to chase after me to get 1 shot on me, but he doesn't. So I'm just going to go forward right now, and once again, this turned out to be a victory when we were down. We were down 4,000 HP pool during the game. During the entire game, we were down a lot of HP. We were down by tanks and we were down by HP. But that mouse chin held his own. And I'm going to use this pillar to side scrape against this Scorpion. I'm going to pre-aim there because I think he will try 1 more shot before he dies. There he goes. I'll shoot him and then I will get into side scraping. No way he's going to get me. And now I'm safe. And I'll just push forward. Now, in case you don't have this tank, only way you can get this tank is through the loot boxes at the moment. Now, Wargaming has not said anything about making this IS-3A available in the boxes anytime soon. Whether they will sell them individually, whether they will be like they're going to make them as exclusive as the Type 59, where they only give them out during tournaments or raffles or something special event going on. They have not gave any kind of indication or signals, which means the only way you can do this is by buying loot boxes. And if in case you haven't seen any of those opening of boxes videos yet, go watch them. You will see that a lot of people did not get the IS-3A even when they've opened 100, 200, 300 boxes. So this is the big disappointment about this tank at the moment, because we don't know if we can get this in the regular premium shop, and this is causing a lot of anxiety among the players, because this tank is going to be the main requirement if you're playing strongholds in tier 8 or clan wars in tier 8. Your commander is going to run at least 50% of your teams with this tank, the IS-3A. Now, I didn't exactly get an ace tanker, but I got high caliber whatever and 5k damage. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will continue to watch. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye.